account on Facebook to keep up with our friends, to follow our favorite businesses, maybe play a game or two.
Our next guest says the social platform helped her fight cancer.
Yeah, she explains how in the book, Nothing is Everything, Fight Cancer Through Faith, Family, Fun, and Facebook. Returning to the Morning Blend for the first time as an author, Camille Metoyer Moten. Good to see you, Camille.
Thanks for having me.
No,
I'm
you've been a
excited to be
friend
here.
of the show, since we started 5
I
years
know,
ago.
I love you guys. I know.
And,
it's a fun show.
And so we've been friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
I've followed you through this journey.
Yeah.
I read a lot of your posts.
Yeah.
And many people know you as a singer,
Right.
an actress,
Yeah.
and now an author. Why did you write the book?
Well, I wrote the book because as I was blogging through the whole journey on Facebook, so many people would, I literally print out what I was blogging about and send it to people that they knew that were having cancer, and people were asking, well, I hope you're going to turn this into a book so that people can get your inspiring story. And so I just felt motivated. I felt like God was kind of pushing me in that direction because so much of it was about my faith, that I just wanted to get the word out. And it's really not about me so much, but about what God did through me and how nothing is everything. It means there's no one thing in your life that's the total sum of your life. You go through stuff, God takes you through it, and then you move on to the next thing.
Let's go back to your diagnosis. When was it and what was your reaction?
Well, it was in 2012. I just went for a regular checkup, and they found, a lump and told me to come back. And I'd had some before, but they were always benign. So I wasn't, thinking big deal or whatever. And so then they called back and said it was positive for cancer. And so my reaction wasn't one of fear or terror or anything. I just thought, well, I don't remember a time in the Bible where Jesus was asked, would you heal me? And he said, no. So I said, Jesus, you'll heal me? And he said, yeah, I will. So that was sort of my attitude through the whole process, because I knew I had the faith and the belief that I would be fine, even though I was going through all the medical treatments and all of that stuff. And literally, I was never sick. I worked, I sang, I ran 2 miles every day. I did all through the chemo. The only thing that happened that I was really sad about was I gained weight because they put so many steroids in the chemo now. But I never had an issue with anything. My white blood cell count got better during chemo, which my doctor said, who are you?
Incredible. Yeah,
I
but
know.
this really was a spiritual journey for you as well.
Definitely, yeah.
And on social media, you'd post these updates,
Yeah.
and people would say they're praying for you.
Exactly right. So I had hundreds of people praying for me around the country. And because of that, people from other places I didn't know would reach out and say, can you write my daughter a letter? She's going through this same thing. And so I would. So it was just a wonderful way to reach out and tell that story. Facebook's an amazing thing,
It can be.
Right.
And I want to talk about a passage in your book where you talk about you're at a church conference, right? And then I think there's some preachers there from Ghana,
Right.
another part of the world.
Yeah.
And one of them stood up and you write, someone here has breast cancer and God is healing it. And then you said you felt an amazing chill and tingle all over because you raised your hands to God, thanked him because you knew that you were the only one there with cancer and nobody else knew about it.
Exactly right. So for him to just stand, he stopped everything, stopped the entire service to make that announcement. So I knew God was directing this whole thing. So I went through a whole thing, which is part of the reason that my journey took a little longer. That was in 2012, and so I canceled my surgery because I wasn't sure what God wanted me to do. And so then, he put me on a different path, but was with me through the whole thing. So it was great, and here I am with crazy hair.
Your attitude in tackling this is different than some people might.
Right.
You had chemo parties.
I had chemo parties. I'm thinking if I have to be there for 3 hours, you all are going to come with me. So I had like 10 to 12 people, and we would just have a blast for 3 hours, just laughing and talking and really trying to cheer up the place. We were at Estabrook Cancer Center, and they were great there. But we had other patients that would roll their machines over and join the party, and we had a good time.
And the response from the book?
Has been really good. Yeah, my release is this Saturday, so only a few have been out there, but it looks like we hopefully are going to get a good response.
We know you for acting, singing all around Omaha. A lot of people have probably seen you sing. Will you be performing at the book release?
I will, because I figured if they hate the book, maybe they'll like my singing. Yeah, but I'm going to do a few numbers. I got my little trio with me. We're going to do a few numbers. We'll do a little reading from it as well, and then do the signing. So and we'll have cookies and punch too.
If you're out there watching and you're interested in Camille's journey, her book release and her signing is Saturday from 1 to 3 at the Bookworm, of course, 90th and Center Streets there. Refreshments, and you'll hear Camille Metoyer Moten perform.
Yep, that's right.
Great
Awesome.
attitude.
Great to see you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
you're feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
Good.
Feeling great, yeah, absolutely.
Will you come back and sing for us soon,
I
please?
will, yes.
All right, we're going to
Anytime,
make a
just
date.
call.
We'll plan that after this.
That sounds
Thank
great.
you for being
Thank
here.
you for having me. Thanks so
All
much.
right, up next, wild times are guaranteed on tomorrow's show. Find out why.
Yeah, but first, a picture of the day that shows why 8 is great.